Hello, gang. In today's video, I want to talk to you about the perfect podcast. Now, this is my first video on LinkedIn, so I'm a little bit nervous because all of you are professionals, and I have that imposter syndrome thing. If you haven't went and watched anything about that, there's a great video on this kind of fear. I think it's on Teachable on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and just search Teachable, they've got 3 little videos there, awesome videos about fear. But today, I want to talk to you about the perfect podcast. And my idea of the perfect podcast is whenever you have a podcast, of course, you want to have viewers or listeners. If you have it on YouTube or a platform where people can join and watch you while you do your podcast, then you want to have viewers. Whenever you upload it to wherever you upload it and it goes out to the podcast airwaves, you want to make sure you've got listeners. You want to make sure you got listeners there. You want to make sure you get new followers. We're going to talk about new followers and how you can get those. And then we're going to talk about engagement. Okay, we want our audience to engage. And if you're doing this on a platform where you're videoing it while you're doing it, it should have some form of live engagement. Does your audience know that you do this? Does your audience know that you may record this in front of or on live, like YouTube Live, and that they can participate in the chat and talk to you? And do you have a moderator that will throw you the questions that your audience have? Now, what about after the podcast? Is there a place where they can carry on the conversation, a community that they can jump into and they can interact with each other and maybe see some of your past podcast over there where people are talking in chat rooms about these podcasts? Can they do that? Okay, because if they can't, I'm going to help you with that. Now, what about donations and tips? We're all here because we want to bring some information, but on top of that, ultimately, I'm here to make money. I want to provide for my family on a level like you only see in YouTube videos, where people have got them great planes and all. I want that, so that's why I'm here, trying to give you great value, so you'll give me a little bit of money. Okay, now, donations and tips, we're going to talk about that and how you need to be getting those and allowing your audience to do that. If you don't have Buy Me a Coffee, which is a great platform, if you don't have Patreon at the very least, you need to have something to where people can maybe pay for a membership, can maybe donate a few dollars here and there, and all that adds up to you having a little extra income. And we all know that multiple streams of income is what keeps us afloat. You have one income, it falls through, you're screwed. So we need merchandise, we need all kinds of stuff, okay? But over the next couple of days, it is Friday, over the next couple of days through Sunday, I want to give you one video a day to kind of help you out, okay? Get you on the right steps. And again, a little bit nervous, might talk a little bit fast, and I'm from the South, so I've got that funny slur. Over the next couple of days, I'm going to try to give you a set of videos that will kind of help you out and grow. The first one I'm going to do is right now, I'm going to talk to you about your website. Now, don't shut this off, okay? If you have a podcast, and this crappy eraser, sorry guys. If you've got a podcast and you do not have a website, you need one. If you do have a website, you need one set up the right way, okay? You're a product. I want you to show this off as a product. Now, a few months ago, around 8 months ago, I jumped over into the gaming industry, took all my affiliate knowledge, all my business knowledge, all my how-to knowledge, and I jumped over to the gaming industry because I seen where gamers needed to know how to grow. At least I thought I did. What happened when I got over there was surprising. Even though I was bringing them information on affiliate stuff, how to partner, you sell your microphone to people, not your microphone, but the company will pay you to do that, right? We know what affiliate programs here is, right? Excuse me. Now, what I did was I jumped over to help gamers and help them grow, and I discovered a few things while I was over there. They taught me. These gamers were growing into the thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, and even millions of followers that were showing up daily, most of them, huge percentages of them, showing up daily to watch them play video games. How did they do this? Now, let me tell you, the thing that was unique about these gamers is that they had no knowledge on how to run an ad, how to build an ad, how to get an audience to interact with an ad, okay? Let alone where to go pay to run an ad. But they were growing massive audiences, okay? So what I did was, while I was over there, and we'll get to that in the third video, I'm going to show you one of the ways these gamers grew massive audiences with very little ad spend. So for all of you out there that's like me and you're just getting started and your podcast is, maybe not got any listeners, or you don't have money to really grow, I'm going to get into tomorrow's video where I'm going to show you where just $1, can start getting you some followers, and it is a world-renowned platform. They are not going to be scammy for you, and they're going to find you new followers. I'm going to show you how to do that. And it doesn't matter your industry. If you're in the cannabis industry, this is the industry that I'm targeting right now on LinkedIn. This works for all industries. But the cannabis industry has a disadvantage at how they're allowed to run ads. And I'm going to show you in one of the steps what I call a speakeasy page. It's a front end, and how that front end can funnel people to your community, your podcast, your social network, your website, your product, whatever. Now, most of you have heard of a funnel and a front end. This is a little bit different, same concept. Now, jumped all over the place. Did y'all see that? I feel like I got a lot of information to throw into this video. That way you come and watch the other videos. Now, these are not going to be live. I'm going to drop them, so you'll have plenty of time to watch them on your own time. One of the first things I wanted to talk to you today about was your website. Now, I'm going to take this off just so I have a little more room. I apologize for putting my back to you. I hope I still come in very clear. My idea of a website, most of the podcasts I go to are very simple. They have a page and just a little thing right here and some description down here. Okay, and a button to click to join. Okay, that's pretty much what I see, and that's not terrible. At least you have a website up, but your website should work in the background, making you money when you are not doing your podcast. Okay, you may do your podcast once a day, some of you once a week, some of you even once a month. No matter how often you do your podcast, your website, what I call your nucleus, the center of your universe, that nucleus should be making you money all the time. And the way I show you to put out your website will give you some ideas of different ways to make money, multiple streams of income right there on your website. There are plenty of people out there, plenty of companies out there you can partner with. If you don't know them, hit me up. I will do the research and find you a couple. You just tell me what niche you're in and what you're looking for, and I'll show you right where to go to get started, okay? Now, this is a basic podcast website, but I want to show you what a nucleus looks like, okay, and the difference. And again, sorry, my eraser has just messed up on me. As you can see, it's making my board just chunky, okay? A nucleus is a little different. The first thing is your website. We're going to use this whole thing as your page, okay? The first thing they're going to see is a little box right here, okay? This little box is your intro. Now, sorry, we had some technical difficulties there for a second, but we're back and we're going to start talking about that first thing, which is your website. Now, your website is more, sorry about that, guys. Give me just a second. I had to take a deep breath. Your website is more than just an extension of your product, your service, your podcast, whatever it is that you're presenting to people, okay? Your website is supposed to work in the background, like I was saying a second ago. Whenever you're asleep, your nucleus should be working to make you money. And just to get back on track, sorry, I got to get caught up to that last video we were just doing that I had to piece with this video because we had that technical difficulty, okay? But the first thing we're going to talk about is how your website looks. Now, I'm going to use this whole whiteboard as your website, okay? Your canvas. And one of the first things that I'm going to show you to do is to build this box right here on your front page. Now, this box is what I call your intro box. This is where you're going to pop a little video that says, hi, this is me. This is what I stand for. This is what I'm trying to do. This is my nucleus. And this is my most recent podcast or stream or whatever it is you're doing. My most recent one. And it's going to go right here. That's your most recent podcast or whatever, okay? Then over here, and again, sorry, not trying to put my back to you. I'm going to try to flip over here. Then over here, you're going to have a little section with your setup. What do you use to podcast? What microphone do you use? What software do you use? maybe what headset you use, everything you purchased. If you've got a deck that you use, maybe tell them some links to what platform you use. All of this is important because that stuff you can make money on. You partner with the company that makes the mic. You partner with the company that makes headset. You partner with the company that does this and this and this and this. And if you don't want to partner with each one of these individual companies, there's one company out there that you can partner with, and they have all that equipment on there. Amazon. You can go become an Amazon affiliate. There's no big hassle to signing up. You go become an affiliate, and then all the products that you've purchased that you use, you then get a link with your link where you've heard of affiliate stuff. You get your link and you post it in here. Now, not in this block. This block is going to say something like my setup, okay? And it would be learn to podcast like I podcast, right? And if they click this, it's going to take them to a page that would have like a list of all of your stuff, maybe some pictures. I showed gamers how to build this out. I call it a gamer nucleus. I showed gamers how to build this out, and right here they pretty much put out a list of the things that they use to stream, and then people purchase those things, their fans or whatever, purchase those things, and that's a side income, right? They're making money off of things that they purchased, right? One way I show you how to make money. If all of you are entrepreneurs, you've probably seen this 1,000 times and can implement this yourself. But if you jump over to Gamefilli.com, Gamefilli.academy, that's GAMEFILLI.academy, you will see my school I put together for gamers. It is how to build a gamer nucleus. You can build it as a podcast nucleus. Just everywhere I say stream, put podcast, okay? Works the same way, okay? Now, this would be your setup. Now, below your setup, what about merchandise? Okay, you got to have merch. Okay, your logo on a shirt, on a cap, on golf clubs, on a tumbler, on a keychain, on a mouse. There's companies out there who do that. Now, the company that I found from gamers while I was in the gaming industry over there, helping them, I found a company that will do all of this and not charge you a dime. They will put your logo, your designs. You go out and get somebody to do some AI art for you, and they'll put your logos and your designs on merchandise, and they don't charge you anything. They just split the sale with you, and you get a big profit of that, not them. Okay, they do the shipping and everything for you. You don't do anything but set it up, one-time setup. Okay, then you advertise, and this is a great place to advertise on your podcast nucleus. Okay, now the other thing is down here you have a partners tab. Okay, now this is where you're going to put your additional partners, not just your setup partners or your merchandise. This is if you've got sponsors or partners, okay? Now, if you don't have sponsors yet and you've been doing this a little while, I would suggest you find some affiliate programs out there and that you partner with a few of them, and maybe like Buzzsprout, if somebody wants to learn how to do a podcast, you can put that in there too, by the way. But other companies out there might reach out to you, and this is where you would put them. And if somebody clicks on that link or that picture, it's going to take them to the page that will tell them more about your sponsors, right? Now, down here, we have a couple of extra things like how they can react to your community. Okay, if you've got social networks like Facebook, Instagram, maybe TikTok, LinkedIn, of course, and Discord. Okay, if you've got any of these, this is how they would get in touch with you. Okay, now what I'm doing here is, and then of course you have the all-powerful email capture. Now this would be, join my squad, join my team, support me more, and they could put their email right there, and maybe you would give them a newsletter or give them, when you get a new partner or something like that, you'd send them an email, right? But now you've got their email to where you're gathering a community, people you can reach out to. Now this is a gamer's nucleus, but it is also a podcast nucleus, product nucleus. It's a website on rocket fuel, okay? Calling this a website is like calling a Ferrari just a car, right? I mean, it's just a car. All websites are just websites. But once you do certain things to them, they start working in the background for you. You can draw an income from these. Now, this is all what the old ad agencies, the old newspaper agencies called above the fold. Now, what that means is all of this happens as soon as somebody clicks on you want to get one set up. You can go over again to Gamefilli.academy and you can sign up for my Nucleus Challenge. Just apply it to your podcast. Don't worry about what I say about gaming. All you got to do is replace those words with podcast, okay? It works the exact same way. But this is above the fold. When people come here, this is the first thing they're going to see. Now, you need to go purchase your name. Whatever your company name is, it doesn't necessarily need to be your podcast name. It can be your podcast name if you're trying to niche out your podcast as part of your company, yet separate. But your company name .something/podcast, right? Okay, you can do that at gamefilli.gg. With affordable domains, you can get right over there, okay? You can buy your domain name. You can buy your hosting. You can get this all set up. I'll walk you through the whole thing at gamefilli.academy. Now, pretty much gave you everything you're going to need. If you don't want to go to the academy and sign up, just use this and go do it. Now, what I do is walk you through how to find this, okay? How to get this set up, how to get it all where it needs to be. And there's even an advanced class on this, okay, that you get also. And there's an advanced class on this and an advanced class on this, okay? Just because some of this stuff takes a little bit. There's no more than a few hours worth of work here. You can get this done in a weekend. Your podcast is up. Now, if you don't want to build it out yourself or you don't have time and you're on your way to one of these big conventions or events, please hit me up in the comments. Say, hey, Rick, I don't have time to do this. Can you do this for me? And right now, for the first couple of you, I will do it for you. I will walk in, I will set it up, everything for you, very affordable, just $30,000. Okay, I will set it all up for you for $30,000. That is an absolute joke. I'm kidding. Don't back out. Don't click out. It was a joke. Don't leave. But I can do this fairly cheap. A few $100s. You hit me up. Let me know what your budget is, what you're trying to do, and I can get this done for you for just a few $100s. Okay. Depending on how fast you want it done. If you want it, I could get it done in 24 hours, seriously. But if you want it done in 24 hours, it may cost you a little bit more, not much more. But I will do it for you, and I have a team of people that will help out and get it done also, okay? We can develop the graphics, whatever you need, we can get it done for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it wasn't too long and that you got some interest out of it. The reason I've done it as a video recorded and I'm posting is so you can watch it when you want to in your leisure. I would watch it as soon as possible. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you in tomorrow's video. Take a screenshot of this while you can, okay? Now, I'm going to see you in tomorrow's video where we're going to talk about, now this was the first part, just the first part where we talk about your website. Now, we're going to talk about how to get engagement to your website and how that engagement is going to go to your other platforms and grow those platforms. If you are not pushing your nucleus, your website, then your other stuff is getting hurt too. The reason why is you could go push your LinkedIn. You could go push your Facebook. You can go algorithm out TikTok and YouTube until you're crazy. Or you can do it my way, use a nucleus, get people to your nucleus. With that intro alone, you're going to tell people what this whole thing is and where they can find you, where they love going anyway. Some people love Facebook. Some people love YouTube. Some people love TikTok. If you're on these platforms, this is a great way for people to find you on those platforms without you having to run ads all over the place, right? Guys, thanks so much for joining me today. Tech support's arms are getting tired. She's sitting there holding the phone. It looks like it's going to drop any second. We don't have everything we need yet, but with the support of a community like you, I'm sure we'll get there. And I hope to be of great value. I hope this was valuable, and we will see you in tomorrow's video. Thank you so much. Have a super fantastic day.